Hello, welcome to iteration 3 for Disc-Emojify. I'm going to go over the code review. Let me just think about what I did this week. So let's start with the bot, of course. I went through, I added a status so that the status now says to use the info command. Before, the info command was set up to be put in every single text channel on the server. That's if it was on a real server. I'm sure Discord owners and admins wouldn't want that, so I added it just to the status to get people started. Info, updated that and how that all works. I added the emojis to everything that the bot prints out to add a little spice, because it is an emoji bot, so the bot should be using some emojis. Added unauthorized permission if you try to use the kill command if you're not an admin, because that was a thing inside the user test. People were trying to use that and they got nothing from it when they tried using it. So I added a little message that says I can't. I got rid of the listen command, and because it was pretty repetitive, like you didn't really need to do that when you can just call one of the actual commands itself and it can handle logic. So listen command was removed and all the logic was added to the corresponding modes. So and if you enter a word and the bot doesn't know that, before it would just ignore it. It wouldn't do any emojis, and the users didn't really like that. Like, they were like wondering if it's broken, is it supposed to be doing something, and they're getting nothing from the bot. So I added a message reaction of the X emoji so that they get some kind of feedback of like, oh, the bot doesn't know that word kind of deal. In the model class, model file, whatever Python is, they're called for Python, I added some EDA graphs. So I added description length. So right now it looks a little wonky, but it shows like the amount, like the length of how big like descriptions are compared to the amount of emojis that have that length. So right now there's a couple 35, 30s. That's because I am going through and adding a lot more descriptions. As you can see, this is how like it used to be, and now I'm going through and adding a lot more. So it's a little spread out now. I added a word cloud to show the most common used words for the emojis, and it looks like hand is one of the biggest ones. Fire, ball, worker, kiss, as you can see. Didn't do anything to tokenization. Didn't really do anything to the model itself. And I just tweaked the labels and titles on these graphs here. So that's the code review. Move on to the model itself. We no longer have to use the list command, so I can just say respond. And now responding with emojis. So the man went fishing. I got a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich for lunch. Let's see if I can get it to say something that it doesn't know. I know it's gonna like love. I hate. I'll say I hate. I hate Mars. I don't think it knows that word. So it does an X now for if it doesn't know. I love Earth. Does it know Earth? Oh, it thinks Earth is lungs. That's perfect. Okay. So let me move on. We got instead of inject now, it is now replace. So it will replace words. So my grandma loved cookies. Doesn't know grandma, and cookies is a mailbox. Perfect. Let's do React. Let's see here. What can I do? Next week is thanks. Let's do thanks. If I can spell thanks. Thanksgiving is in 4 days. Days must be an explosion. But you got a turkey. Good. Now if I do stop, we got that now, and I can do kill, but I can't really demonstrate what it looks like for someone else that does kill. As you can see, info's up there. Let me show you info because I added a little emoji to that too. And before, this is one of the user tests. It would say something like this in every single text channel when you turn the bottom line. But now it's just up there for the user to see. That is covered for this. I'll just give another example. Seems like he doesn't know grandma. So if I just do grandma again. Oh, it stopped. What am I doing? Let me do eject. Not eject, replace. Still not used to that. Now if I do grandma. Yeah, the X. I really like that because it just tells them that can't do anything for that, which is good. Go ahead and kill the bot. Shows a little bot and skull because you just killed it. Let me move on to GitHub. Here's some commits from this week. I believe there's 4, and I made a new README, so it just goes over the features, the layerings for the model, the bot features, and I added like screenshots, so which is nice for the Discord side. Yeah, Discord side, GitHub side of things. Trello is a little different this week. I got rid of the currently working on column because I just wasn't really using it. I'm not working on a team, it's solo, so I don't really need to show what I'm working on for the team. I categorize what I did each week, so I made 3 new columns instead of just like finished. I made finished week 1, finished week 2. So these are what I got done this week. These were all in like want and need, but I added reactions to message when the bot does nothing. Pretty much these were done from the user testing for the Think Aloud. And I don't think anything's new there. But yeah, so these are the cards I got done this week. I'm currently working on this one, adding more words to descriptions, and I might look into seeing if it can be hosted online for free. Don't know if that's possible though, especially if you have to train the bot, and currently the bot's set up to be locally hosted with the way I have commands set up, so I don't know how much tweaking is going to be needed for it to be able to be online for everyone. Self-reflection. Let me just open up Discord while I read it. What do I want to do to continue? What do you want to continue doing that worked well? I want to continue my project management. At the beginning of the week, I created new Trello cards that I wanted to get done. Doing this keeps my head focused on what the project needs versus the wants. What do you want to stop doing that is slowing/stopping production? Again, I seem to always find myself messing with my data. My new experiment is seeing how adding more descriptions to the emojis will affect the model, but also adding more descriptions seemed like a need as the user test shows that they are expecting emojis for certain words they typed. Overall, it's still a big time killer. What do you want to start doing that you think would improve production? What I'm currently doing for adding more descriptions is adding synonyms from Google for words I have already added. Maybe I can create some sort of web scrape that grabs the synonyms for me so I don't have to manually type them all. And that's like me going into, I thought I had it open. I'll go on Google and I'll type in like synonyms for smile, and then I'll go through and I type all the synonyms that Google gives me. And that's what I've been doing currently. So there might be a little faster way to do that with some web scraping, I think. What went right and why? The user tests seemed to have went well. I received great constructive criticism. Going back and rewatching the recordings, I went through and added new features as well as tweaking some of the already existing ones. So overall, user interface of the bot is pretty solid now. What went right? Oh my god. What went wrong and why? Holy crap. I tried creating more validation graphs for the model. I already have 2, but I was attempting to add more to get more information about how well the bot is performing, but I kept running into some errors, so I scraped them. And that was just like extra graphs. How can I use my experiments this week to make my future development smoother? Seeing how there is only 1 week left, I could run another user test to see how the new interface does the second time around, but development is close to the end, so there isn't much left to do. Thank you. This was Disc-Emojify iteration 3.